Hey, it's your boy Larry Jones. I just left church. Hope you went. Today we're going to talk about Tortoise acquisition, ticker symbol SHLL. Of course, a lot of you know already that it is under investigation. I'm going to tell you what I think you should do, my thesis on if you have this stock, or is it going to provide another buying opportunity. That and more today on Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to show you how Tortoise acquisition, let me get my glasses ready. Just going to need them. We're going to dive right into some quick information, right? So let's go right to this chart here. You see here, it says shareholder alert. Weiss Law LLP, I want you to write that down because I want you to Google it later. Weiss Law LLP investigates Tortoise acquisition, right? So down in here, it says blah, 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 blah. Weiss LLP is investigating possible breaches of fiduciary duties and other violations of law by the board of directors of Tortoise Acquisition Corporation, right? In connection with the company's proposed merger with privately held Powertrain Solutions. Company is Hyliion. Of course, we all know that, right? So if you go right down here, it says, if you own Shell shares and wish to discuss this investigation or have any question concerning this notice or your rights or interest, visit our website. All right. Let me go right into what this is, right? And what I think it is. It could be a couple of things. Number one, this company or this law firm is looking for publicity. I'm going to prove that in a minute. A lot of law firms are nobody law firms, and what they do is they go after big companies that have a lot of eyes on them. They're getting a lot of publicity, and they just try to find a crack, right? They keep throwing stuff to see if something sticks, right? And so I will tell you guys that already own it. I'm going to suggest that you hold it. Remember, I'm doing this as what I would do. I am not your financial advisor. All right. There's a disclosure down below in every one of my videos. Right. But when you have so many people shorting a stock, just like they were shorting Tesla, for those of you that don't know what shorts are, because I know a lot of new investors on this page, that's when you bet that a stock is going to fall. Right. So they've placed money or bets on Tortoise acquisition or Shell, the price going down, and it's going up. So the more it goes up, the more money they lose. A lot of people lost a ton of money with Tesla. That's why so many people hate Tesla, because they're shorting it. And every time they short it, the stock runs up, right? It keeps running up, 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 and they're losing more money. And so a lot of people that were shorting Tesla was just putting out outlandish lies about Tesla, right? And I'm not a Tesla worshiper, okay? But I just know that there's a lot of money to be made now with Tesla and in the future. And some of these old farts just can't get around it. And what I mean by old farts, I don't mean in their age. I mean in their way of thinking. You got to accept it. This world is changing, and it has changed, and it is never going back. In the next 10 years, you won't be able to buy a car that runs off of gas, brand new. You won't. It'll all be electric vehicles, or what we call in the market EVs, right? That's the way it's going. Accept it. Adapt or die. That's it, right? So when you go and you search these law firms, I'm going to show you what's happening, and you're going to go, aha. So there's a company called LCA, which I am invested in. It's Lancadia Holdings. They're in the gamblings, they're into online gambling. And so what's going to happen is they'll be the second company in the market that is actually federally approved. It's a public company that all of these sports bets, you can put sports bets on, right? But this guy also owns a lot of the Golden Nuggets hotels, right? So he knows this space. And so it is a SPAC, SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. It's a SPAC. I'll put a link below, again, what SPACs are. So I want you to know that they are under investigation, right? So if you type in GMHI, which is Gore's Metropolis, sorry, tongue twister, they are under investigation. And guess by who? You guessed it, Weiss Law, LLP. Matter of fact, DPHC, Diamond Peak Holdings. They are also under investigation. Guess by who? You guessed it. Weiss Law, LLP. The one thing that they all have in common, they're all SPACs. Aha! Aha! You see what's happening? So, if you look at Tortoise Acquisition, they're not under investigation because the product doesn't work. They're not creating any product. The company is not financially sound. The CEO is a crook. None of this. The foundation of the company is still solid. The future of the company is still solid. Nothing changed with the infrastructure. So this company, Weiss Law, LLP, I'll say it, is a ambulance chaser. And that's what they do. They throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you a quick video from a video that I made last week, and then I'll be back. Sorry, on the 24th, it closed at $40, right? It had ran up $10 and everybody was ecstatic, right? But you got to think about what the new Robinhood guys are doing. Remember, they really are young and they're new to investing, so they really run on hype, right? A lot of them do. And so if Robinhood says it's a buy, they're going to buy it. You know, and a lot of these guys and girls are just kids, really, college kids. They're making money. I'm proud of them, But what they do is they cause the stock price to run up and then it causes it to run down. It goes up, they do their profit taking, and it goes back down. And smart investors, what? Buy on the dip, right? When you dip, I dip, we dip. But anyway, so here we are on the 25th at 10 a.m., right? It dips down. So remember, it closed at $40 on the 24th. So yesterday morning, which was Tuesday morning, it goes down to $36.94, right? $36.94. So it drops down in the morning at opening bell. But look at what happens. It runs up to $42.22 by 10:30. And I was like, that was different. Look at the change that it did, right? And I'm like, that's enough to make a nice piece of change and pop it along. So what I did right here, after it was at 40, I was thinking about all the Robinhood investors. It had just ran up $10, and I'm not bashing Robinhood. I'm thinking they're going to do profit sharing first thing in the morning just to show as COVID is here. And lo and behold, profit taking, right? So you see a sell-off. And so here it sells off and it goes from 40 to 36. And I'm like, wow. This is still a great company. The SPAC is still happening. It's still going to run up. Let me cost average down. Let me double down. So that's what I did. I doubled down and I doubled my positions right here. That means that I bought twice as many shares as I initially had. And that is a risk, yes. But look at what happened. By 10:30, it paid off. it was 41.69. And you says, yeah, but it was volatile after that. That's a trend setting up. It's just a trend setting up. So if you saw that video, you'll see that every morning it takes a dip, right? Not just the warrants, but the stock itself. They both. Opening bell, they take a dip, and then they come back. Here's what my thesis is. You come to your own conclusion. This is what Uncle Larry thinks is going to happen to this stock in the morning, Monday morning. I think if it doesn't happen Monday, it'll happen Tuesday, it'll happen Wednesday. I think that this bad news are going to hit all of the investors that don't study, that haven't done their homework. And I think what's going to happen is the stock, I'm going to close this out. The stock is going to take a dip. And then when the news comes out to the masses that these guys are ambulance chasers, it's going to shoot back up, providing you got it. A buying opportunity for those of you who wanted to get in. I am going to be in front of my computer, ready to pounce like a tiger. I'm doubling down. I'm average cost down. And when the stock dips, I'm buying more. And I'm buying off of the fear. Remember, never get caught up in the politics. Make money. The upcoming election, I'll make some videos about that. Never get caught in the politics. Make money because they're all making money, right? So let's be on our game. Let's watch this. Let's monitor this. And if it's Monday morning, when Monday morning comes, I want you guys to come back to this video and let me know. If my thesis is wrong, then it's wrong. So today is Sunday, August 3rd. Let's see what happens Monday morning, August 31st. And if not August 31st, Tuesday, August 1st, or Wednesday, August 2nd. So it might take a little time for this to happen, but I believe it'll probably happen as early as tomorrow. And then what's going to happen is it's going to run back up. You got September 14th through the end of the month for the acquisition to actually happen. And there's money to be made until then. All right. Until next time, people, let's stay woke. Let's get this money. This has been another episode of Stock Up with Larry Jones.